Escape Boating has been manufacturing the Crackleback range for quite a while, and every year or two they've been adding another model. So they're starting at the 360 right up to the 600. Now there was always a gap. They had the 500, which was one of the good models in terms of the popular models, and then the 570 came about, and there's a 460, but now they filled a gap somewhere in the middle with the 530. So the 530 is 5.3 meters long, but it's got the width closer to the 570 than the 500. So it's quite a nice all-around boat, and they have designed it with quite a nice spec. The trailer has also got an oil-filled axle, and it's at the rather upper end in terms of the spec of bass boats. So we're going to put it on the water, and Justin and Dean is going to take us through and tell us what this boat is all about. So let's get it in the water, let's jump on and see what we can learn from this, I'd say, a fabulous looking boat.
So the Crackleback 530 has now, we've changed it, uprated it slightly. There has been a lot of your cosmetic changes to it. So what we have done on the one of the major things we have done is we've taken the boat to 5.3 long by 2.3 wide. So it's basically matching your slightly larger boats on the beam. With that, you will, if you have a look, the deck has pretty much stayed the same. We've just altered the hatch configuration when it comes to that. So on the hatches we have altered. So basically what we've done on the larger boats, you have 5 hatches in the front. On this one we've now made it that there's 4 hatches in the front. So now we've also designed it around of your angle of working. So if your angler is working correctly, you move to the back and you can work with your angler. So you can open that hatch, that hatch, that hatch, and that hatch, and your angler can still work simultaneously in the middle through when he's rigging his rods and stuff. So the hatches are specifically designed, it's obviously fiberglass hatches that are designed for the purpose of you can load and offload without having to get permanently on and off the boat. So that's one of the reasons the hatches have been moved to they open up. We've got 2 rod hatches on the side and 2 tackle sections in the middle. You can take a 7'11" in the rod hatches. And then on your tackle section, I think it's 14 plano trays with a little bit of extra, like loose packing at the back. At the rear, we have 4 hatches. So what we have done from the previous boats, we have taken your 2 side hatches for storage. So you can use it for storage, any type of storage. We have taken it, we have made them slightly broader and reduced having the carpet on the side. So it gives you a slightly larger entrance to your hatch of getting your miscellaneous stuff in and out, tackle, things like that. We've then reduced the live well lids slightly to suit it to the insides of this for your entrances. We've left any waterproof seals off here. We've made it that it has any water that runs in can run straight into the live well on there. It is still a dual live well with a collapsible center, slightly redesigned. Then our back hatch, then that's the side hatch. We have also incorporated a water channel on the inside. So if any water does, it can direct itself into that water channel and towards the live well or the back hatch. Then on the back hatch, we have made the back hatch a lot more narrower So we've basically matched the insert to the inside of it to the inside of there. We brought your batteries into the back. We've taken the waterproofing seal off completely, so there is no waterproofing seal. So if water does go over the back, it will flow into the back hatch and you can pump it out via your bulge. From there, we've also raised the back up, can't done exactly how much, but we've raised the back up a bit. Then from there we've changed the shape of it, so we've taken away from the rounded shape to the more square shape, so you got the more squares in it with a sharper edge for cosmetic finish. We've then taken and added some cosmetic design, so we've added some aluminium sectionings in the back for a bit more of a look and a design. There are 3 vents that sit in the back, so the boat has its breathability with everything being, the hatches being waterproofed or watertight. And then we have on here it's more square design in the transom as well for a bit more of a cosmetic finish to match the boat. We have incorporated your Crackleback plate on there, so it adds extra reinforcing onto the plate. The transom design has been changed now to the full composite transom. We've been doing that for a while, but this is now standard full composite transom. We then have got your onboard charging plug, so if you have built-in battery chargers and stuff, you can run an onboard charging plug. So instead of having to open the boat, put it in, you can literally plug it in and you can charge. And then we move across to this side, then we have your filler cap. So your filler cap is based on the outside, so now your filler cap allows it that you can fill your boat from the back to your fuel tank that is situated underneath the floor. Your fuel tank capacity on the boat is 70 litres. We then come to this side of the cosmetic of the aluminium. We then have your well drain and your bilge pump outlet with a vent. And so it also allows it that it changes the direction of where it is, and you can also monitor if you are with your pumps on how much water is coming out and in of the boat. Okay, so on the cockpit section, what we have done is we have started with the 2 hatches. So we've taken our cooler box hatches and it's gone to a gel finish on the cooler box hatches. You have your cooler box hatch with 2 cup holders, a full fiberglass with a rubber insert to a cooler box on the inside. And that just also gives a better cosmetic look. On the front one, it's also gone to your gel finish with a rubber insert to also in cooler box on the inside. They do have they are double insulated skins, so they have insulation around the outsides and on the insides of the cooler boxes. The next feature we have changed is we've changed the seat slightly to a slightly different design, so they are slightly different, broader, a bit more slimline to try and match as much as possible. We have then on the second, we have taken the actual switch panels. We've taken the switch panels out from the side, made a full cosmetic gel finished area. We've made it with an aluminium insert on it, and so your control box is mounted onto the aluminium, so it gives it a more cosmetic. When it comes, we've moved the switches from there onto the console. So once it's moved onto the console, we've now changed from a rocker switch to a press switch. That gives us the availability now to run additional switches, extras. It just also gives it a slightly better finish to try and match as much of the look as possible. The console is obviously the new design as well, so we are managing that on the 530 we are able to flush mount a 10-inch into the dash, so that allows us to give a better look presentation of it. It is obviously optional if you want to have a second finder on the dash, that we allow it that we take this cup holder out, and it's made that and reinforced that we can mount a ram mount there with a second finder. That was one of the things we designed around second finders on there. So on this side we have your 2 extra cubbyhole hatches, little day hatch type thing. This one we find it more designed to run your tools and applications, your tools and stuff for when you're doing your fishing and stuff. So you can have there, it does have there. Then on this one is more for your day hatch, your personal stuff, your wallets, your cell phones, things you need to access in order to get into it. So you have it on the day.
Watertight.
Watertight. Both of them are watertight. And we've also incorporated a section for a handle, so you can have a handle there. So if your passenger is a little bit on the nervous side, you can have something to hold on.
If you have a rough day on the valve.
Yeah, pretty much. There are 2 cup holders incorporated, so there will be 2 cup holders over there with a cosmetic design incorporated into it. There are also 2 cup holders incorporated into the front. 2 cup holders incorporated in the front as well for additional storage or placement.
I see that the most important storage facility for lures is cup holders.
Yes. From when you visit, best place. Yeah, it works like a charm when you get busy.
Okay, let's take it for a spin.